Dumelang guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Reneilwe, Sehlake, also go by the name Rini. I just jumped out of bed because my orders have arrived. By orders, I mean groceries that I shop. Okay, I need to stay this side because they are mowing the lawn that side. So groceries that I bought last night online. So I usually rush past this in my meal prep. So this video is a prep for my meal prep video because I usually skip these details, and I feel like some of these details are kind of needed for what makes a meal prep go fast. Like I've said this before, if you haven't been on my channel, my meal preps are solemnly not because I want to lose weight or not because health or like healthy meals or anything like that. My meal preps are solemnly because I work an irregular schedule, and in order for me to constantly eat a home cooked meal and stay away from buying takeaways and all that kind of stuff, and still eat at the end of like each and every single day, that without having to cook each and every single day. So basically I sacrifice one day and I cook a meal for a week or so. It depends on how many you guys are in the house. I always emphasize that because if I lived alone, my meals would last me about 10 days. But because I live with somebody else, not somebody else, I live with my sister, so my meal preps are going to be for 5 days. So that is equal to, let's say, working days in a week. So maybe you also want something to eat at work, or maybe when you come back from work on a weekday you don't have time to cook, so that will help you eat a home cooked meal each and every single day from Monday to Friday. Oh shoot, oh my chest even hurts. I put my dad's suit there because I forgot to give it to my sister and her husband when they came here on Sunday night, because they had to take it for it being resized and everything. And I legit came around the corner from my bedroom and it looked like somebody was standing in the hall, and I know I'm by myself. Oh, but anyways, as I was still saying, so I bought a couple of stuff on Checkers. So Checkers, I don't really buy much of produce besides their cheese because they have bigger cheese than Woolworths, and then also buy milk, and then I buy my oat milk from there, and then from there on it's just necessities. So let me talk quickly. Anyways, bought food from, I like fresh produce from Woolworths. No shocker there, I already mentioned it. Yeah, so it's just fresh produce that I got. And what I like is I can shop like I shopped yesterday because I knew I was gonna be home in the morning. I'm going out this evening though. But anyways, this is what I ordered from Woolworths. It's mostly fresh produce and other means and ways of making meal prep faster and easier. I'm not a meal prep expert, but I've been taking you guys on this journey where I'm trying to figure out how to do it. The first time around when I did it, I tried cooking everything from scratch. Meaning, even when I was trying to make chicken or whatever, I would create the batter myself and all that kind of stuff. But then the second time around, we realized that meal prepping doesn't necessarily mean you have to make everything from scratch. If you can shortcut it, do it. So if you can buy coated chicken or coated fish, or if you want that, then you can already buy that instead, and then simply pop it in the oven or fry it, or however you want to prepare your meat. I guess you can go around that way you shorten your cooking span. Another tip that we learned: when you're cooking something, duplicate it into another meal. So if you're gonna cook rice, make sure out of 5 of your meals, at least repeat it twice or 3 times. Or it's not a crime to repeat it 5 times and eat rice the whole week. It is not a crime. But the idea is, if you duplicate it, then you're reducing your cooking time, because instead of cooking 5 different starches, you're gonna cook 2 or 3 different starches. So what I did the previous time, I had rice and I had mash, and we had mash in different forms. Like I used the mash to make cottage pie, and I also used the mash to actually have, you know, mash and gravy kind of vibe with like protein on the side. Have a salad. So for example, you can have your potato salad, or you can have your coleslaw, or you can have your green salads, but don't add them into your container. So instead of adding them into your lunch tin, have them in the fridge on the side. So on a day when you're eating, because my assumption is that if it's the dinner prep, you are going to be eating at home. That's my assumption. But I don't usually have all my dinner, like every dinner at home, because I could be working an afternoon shift where I'm gonna have dinner at work. For those who are gonna be eating at home, or even myself, what I do is I'm going to explain the containers shortly, because I also get questions about where I bought them, and I also want to go into more detail about those. I have a small little container, so you can always add your salad in a small container and take it with you to work, in case you're using this meal prep as lunch tin instead and you don't mind dinner or whatever the case may be. Here's another tip I'm going to give you guys. Instead of making all your salads, yes, salad can have a time limit, like maybe after 3 days you shouldn't consume it. You should have been done eating it, and beyond that period, bad. I already shared the meat aspect of freshness of how you should consume your meat, so I'll go through it with you again. This is another tip. When you're meal prepping and you put fish inside your meal, you can only eat it for 2 days. So that means, I'm not saying don't have fish or add fish to your meal prep. I think I always add fish to my meal prep. It's a nice change in the protein that I have throughout the week. So what you can do is you can schedule it to have it on a Monday or a Tuesday, but I'm assuming if you're gonna cook more than like 1 portion of fish, so you can eat it more than once in a week, I highly suggest have it on a Monday and a Tuesday. I haven't tried the freezing option. Feel free to do it and then let me know how it goes. But I have tried the freezing options for other things, which I will share in this video as well. So have it on a Monday or a Tuesday. And then chicken, I would say cut off, did I say 3 days or 4 days? I'm gonna say 3 days to be safe. So if you have, let's say, fish on Monday, Tuesday, after cooking, if the meat falls on a day where I say you shouldn't consume it after that, because chances are it's not gonna be fresh, or you shouldn't consume it, it's gonna make you sick or something, freeze it. So freeze it. I've done this before. I've frozen chicken stew. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to eat it, but the people who ate my food, they said it was nice. It tasted like it was just freshly made. There was no difference at all. So that is a tip for how to plan your meat in your meal plan. Hold on. Where was I? I was telling you guys about the meat. So fish 2 days, chicken, to be safe, let's say 3 days because I forgot, and then red meat 4 days. So if you're gonna eat it outside the span that I told you about, freeze it. When you're done cooking it and it's cooled off, just put it in the freezer, and then the day you want to eat it on, microwave it. It should be good to go. My sister said you guys are tired of seeing me in a brunette, so for the sake of my sisters who watch my YouTube and give me positive criticism, they are tired of seeing, like, every time I'm in a brunette. They said I spent most of my vlogmas in a brunette. If you didn't check out my vlogmas, I will link the playlist down below for you guys, and also up here. The containers that I use, I'm gonna quickly go grab them and bring them here, because I feel like when we're here, I don't have to yell over the machines that are going off in the background, like the mowing machine and stuff. Let me quickly go get them. I'll be back. That took a minute. Anyways, now I'm gonna show you guys the containers that I like to use. We're gonna start with these. Just for those who missed the first time I was trying meal prepping, where I got the stuff, so I'm just gonna go over it. So usually for breakfast I will use these canisters. I got these from Westpac. I'm sure you can get them also at Crazy Plastics. I forgot how much these were. They came in a pack of, did they come in a pack of 6 or did I, because I definitely have 10 canisters to fit 10 days. So 5 for me, 5 for my sister. Used to be 5 for my brother, now it's 5 for my sister. Did they come in a pack of 10 or did they come in a pack of 6? Did I give away 2 or something? I don't remember, but yeah, you can get these. They can come in a pack of 6. Yeah, I forgot how many grams this is. Maybe, I don't know, the size of the canister. You can obviously pick the size that will work for you. So what I like for breakfast is I can easily put in fresh fruit, put in muesli, put in yogurt and everything. I haven't had issues of it going bad or anything like that. So just put it in there, seal it, not seal it, but like close it, and then put it in the fridge. And then breakfast is sorted. And obviously I am mindful with breakfast that if I'm using fresh fruit, I don't include it the whole 5 days, just in case it might go bad. But then you can do that. Otherwise, you can always use like other options, like you can use muesli or whatever, but I'm not sure if this can take warm water, so I'm not sure. Or you can do the overnight oat milk method. I've never tried that before, but if you into that, you can put this in a canister. And what I like about this is that it's good, like you can take it to go, as in sometimes when I work a morning shift, I will just go in the fridge and just grab this and then put it on my lunch tin bag, which is like that. It's like this small, so obviously it has my pen and personal stuff that I'll need at work, so it fits in so well. Like I just throw it in there and then I can close it and go with it. So yeah, these small little containers, they are nice because you can easily fit I took this out of the fridge, by the way. You can easily fit I got these from Westpac as well. They came with like 5. I didn't mind having 5 because not all the time will I need this. You can put your salad in here. That way when you warm the rest of your food up, you can just have this isolated, and then you can add this at the end when you're done warming your food. So this is how I warm my food in my container without having to separate the stuff that doesn't have to get in the microwave, like your green salad or your potato salad, or even if you want to add, say you make macaroni and mince or spaghetti and mince, and you're those people who enjoy it with tomato sauce, you can add your condiments in here, and then you don't have to warm it with your food at the end. You can just add it on. So that's one thing. That is if you meal prepping, not eating at home, whatever. This is me being under the assumption that you're not eating from home, so you can't go to the fridge and add the condiment after, or whatever the case may be. Next, I'm gonna move to the lunch tins that I use. I use ones with compartments. So compartments are very important for meal prepping, in my opinion. And this is because I feel on that day you might feel like you don't want to eat that vegetable, or you might feel like you don't want to, or you have a preference. You don't like when you're eating stew, you want it on the side, you don't want it on top of your food or anything like that. But I also did do it this way as a safety net for if I add something and it tends to go bad and I don't know, like, especially because in the beginning I was testing everything out, right? So with vegetables, I don't know how long since I've cooked them are they gonna stay fresh for. So I like the fact that they are separate in here. So after you warm it and you can smell that this vegetable doesn't smell fresh or it's off, it's not touching everything else in your lunch tin. So you can simply just throw that portion away, or I don't know how you wanna recycle it, make compost out of it, I don't know. But at least if one component is not fresh, it doesn't mess up the freshness of the rest of the food. So that's also another safety net for why I like compartments. So I have one with 3. This came in a set of 5. I got this from Take A Lot. Just go to Take A Lot, type in I think I said meal prep containers or something like that. And then they came up with variety of them. They even have the ones where, you know, if you buy from a meal prep company, they have, it's a black base and a clear top. You can also get those, but I will explain why I got the ones that I got. And then I got these ones as well. Since these came in a set of 5, I needed 5 more. No, they came in a set of 6 and I needed 4 more. Yeah, they came in a set of 6, correction. They came in a set of 6 and I needed 4 more just so I can make 5 days. And then I got these from Checkers. I bought them as individuals. These were 25 rands each. Are they the best quality? Not really. They're not my favorite because like the lid, without effort, you see that, like I don't have, and imagine if you have it in a bag or something and then it's doing all of that. But if you're gonna keep this in the fridge, it is fine, but I feel like it doesn't give that sealing like that I want, you know. I wouldn't put food I'm gonna put in the freezer in here because I feel like it'll get frosted because it'll like it easily opens or whatever the case may be, so it might just end up getting frost or whatever. I don't want that. So I want a container that properly seals if it's going into the freezer. So this one has 3 compartments. The only downside is the compartments are small. So if I decide I'm gonna put rice in here and then I'm gonna put meat, the meat has to be really small. So if it's a chicken portion, it has to be small enough to fit in there. So that's the only downside. Like it's not big enough. But what I like is it's portable. It's like portable, and what I like is it seals. Like it takes a lot of effort to open this, like a lot of effort. So it's easy for me to put it in the freezer and my food not to get frosted. You know those like the frost. You know when you're in. It doesn't happen with these current deep freezers. Mara deep freezer so you know it, and then it has that ice that I know most of you guys as a kid used to scoop up the ice and eat it. That ice. It sounds disgusting, but I mean, I did it as a child, so out of curiosity, I would just scratch the fridge. I wonder if my parents ever thought, why does the fridge always have scratch marks? Or they probably were like, she's going through that phase, because maybe they also did it too. Like, yeah, so it's that thing that builds on that freezer inside. It could build on top of your food, which I feel like could mess up with the freshness, because when you microwave it, then your rice is gonna have water at the bottom or something like that. Like it adds like water to your food. That's unnecessary, that frost. So you want something that will seal properly and you can put it in the freezer and it won't open or anything like that. So that's what's good. Why did I pick these? I picked it because of the compartments. Yes, I've already mentioned that. They are BPA free. So we're all BPA free people these days. And what I like is they are dishwasher safe. So I don't have a dishwasher, but I'm just mentioning it to you guys if you want to go and get them. I don't know if Checker still has these. I'm not sure if Take A Lot still has these. I bought these I think a year or 2 ago, not sure, when I started these meal preps, but yeah. They are microwave safe, which is very, very important when you guys are meal prepping, because whatever you're gonna put in here, if you don't want to decant it into a plate, in my case when I'm at work, I don't have an option to decant it into a plate. I'm gonna have to microwave my food with this. So microwave safe, and then it's important that they're BPA free and microwave safe, and then that way if you microwave it, it should be BPA free for your own health sake. And last but not least, these are freezer safe. So meaning I can put this in the freezer, they are fine. They created them that they'll be durable if I freeze them, microwave them, and all kind of stuff. Yes, there are things that are happening, like if you look at this, it's part of using plastic. So if you don't like the fact that your lunch tins are gonna have these scuffs and all that kind of stuff, you can go with the glass option, but I'm not sure if glass will be okay to be put in the freezer and then put in a microwave. I'm not sure about that combo right there, if it'll work. But if you're just gonna put them in the fridge, I say the glass option should be fine. Pep Home has beautiful glass bamboo lidded lunch tins. They come in round shape now. They always came in rectangular shape. Check it out on my Pep Home shop with me video. I will link it up here and down below for you guys for affordable options for your lunch tins, and also organization and fridge stuff that you can get into. So yeah, these are the containers. This is from Checkers, cost me 25 rands. These are from Take a Lot. I think it was 200 and something. It wasn't more than 300 rands if I'm not mistaken. They came in a set of 6. These came as individuals. So these are the lunch tins that I use for for my meal prep. All right, starting from the left, the fresh produce, we have onions, tomatoes, potatoes. Hey, that rhymes. Okay, and then for our dry pantry items, I have mushroom sauce. We're gonna be adding this on the meats that will be the different types of meat that we'll be cooking. And then I have the muesli for the breakfast option. We're only gonna have muesli this time around. And then I thought this was, you know, the ready-made malva pudding, but I guess I got the mix instead. So I don't know, this might not get into the meal prep because yeah, I didn't anticipate cooking it. Like I said, instead of getting mixes, if you can get it ready-made, get it ready-made, which leads to the next items I want to show you guys. These are fridge items. I got beef lasagna, so all I have to do is put this in the oven, I mean, yes, for 30 minutes. So like I always, okay, I'll get back to, I almost missed this tip, I'll share it, but yes, lasagna, which I don't have to make from scratch. We're all about making our lives easier. Like I said, have my favorite yogurt over here, and then some vegetables that are already chopped up and ready to go, so I don't have to spend time chopping up different kinds of vegetables. Like I said, what I learned is with meal prepping, you want to make your life as easy as possible. So I can throw this in the microwave while I cook something else, which is going to be another tip I'm going to share with you that I almost forgot. Let me just share it now because then I have to go back and sit down and explain it. So another tip that I'm going to share with you guys is that when you are meal prepping, you want to make use of the microwave, the oven, and the stove. That way, microwavable stuff, things you can throw in the oven and the stove. That way you're cooking more than one thing at one time, so you don't overflow the stove. If you have an air fryer, that is an upside as well. So like I'm saying, while this is in the oven for 30 minutes, I can achieve a lot on the stove. Like I could boil these or whatever the case may be. And what's nice is with these, I can shove them in the oven, in the microwave, and they can cook in the microwave. Or while this is cooking in the oven, there'll be enough space for me to throw these on the side and they can also cook in the oven. So it's also making use of, like, you're shortening your cooking time. Anyways, yes, moving on. Just for lunch purposes, because I never include lunch in my meal prep because that's me being under the assumption that my sister is either at work or I'm either coming back from work or going to work around that period. So it's each meant to themselves. So you can easily make yourself a sandwich if you'd like. So yeah, moving on, mushrooms and then fruit salad. This fruit salad, we're going to be adding it to our breakfast. And the reason why I picked this one is because it doesn't have watermelon is basically the most, one that has a lot of liquid to it, but it's not too watery. I didn't go for salads that are going to be too watery, because if it's too watery, chances are it's going to make the rest of your breakfast soggy, and you don't want that. We don't want soggy breakfast, or I at least don't want soggy breakfast. But like I said, I've noticed that when you put muesli in a canister for more than 3 days, it becomes soft. So if you like that, that's good. If you don't, I suggest packaging your muesli in the smaller canister, and then you can decanter it with the rest of your breakfast when you're ready to have it. That way your muesli is not soft. Yes. Moving on, we have grapes as well. These are just, to eat or carry as a side snack when you carrying your lunch box or whatever the case may be. And then moving on to the freezer section, I got potato wedges. Like I said, we're all about making our lives easy. So instead of me cutting up potatoes into wedge sizes, we have this. So you might be wondering, but you still got potatoes. We can use that for mash. We can use that for other stuff besides wedges, because this is already done. I can just put this in the oven with my lasagna, and then it can all cook together. We are doubling up on our time. And then I also got burgers. That way we can also have a burger. It comes in 6. This you can have it twice in a week, or you can have it once in a week. But nice part is all I have to do is just take this out, put it in a pan, we're good to go. And then I also got lightly dusted hake portions. They come minimum 4, so this could be 2 days worth of servings if you live with somebody else. If you're by yourself, this is 4 days worth of servings. So it's already coated, like I said. Make your life easier. Throw it in the oven, or deep fry it, or pan fry it, however you want to cook it, however you prefer it. You're good to go. So that is what makes that. This is what will make your meal prepping part like painless, seamless, very fast. All right, for the checkers haul, it's gonna be nice and fast. Just have eggs here. My sister and I don't consume a lot of eggs. Like the ones that were in the fridge lasted for 2 months. And then buy cheese. She's a lover of cheese. With me, I'm on and off with cheese, and it depends. It's either if I'm making lasagna or pasta, that's when I will, like, a lot of cheese, I'll say, goes. But yeah. And then since we're in the Easter season, happy Easter, guys. I tried to go for, the usual Easter eggs that we get, but those were already sold out. You guys went and bought them all out. So I got the next option that they had there. I've never had these before, but yeah, just for Easter purposes. And my sister and I are planning on doing Easter hunting with just the 2 of us. We're so cute. But anyways, moving on, have oat milk. I always buy 2. There's still 1 left in the cabinet. So yeah, most likely 1 is going to be left as well for next month. But yeah, and then get milk. Milk usually lasts us about 2 months as well, because I hardly drink milk, guys. Because even warm beverage wise, if I'm going warm beverage and I make coffee, I use oat milk. And with cereal, so milk definitely does last long. And then just other stuff, toothpaste, fabric detergent. Is it fabric detergent? Yeah, that thing you put in to make your clothes smell nice, guys. It stays soft. And then for the toilet, just so it can smell nice most of the time when you flush, and then it can, help clean the inside of the toilet when you do that other number. So yeah, that is it for our grocery haul. Alright guys, that was a simple video of me giving you guys tips on meal prepping, and also going through a grocery haul for what we're going to need in our next meal prep video, which is coming up after this one, obviously, because now that I told you guys the tips and everything, we're just gonna get straight into the cooking. And yeah, that is the video for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like I already said, it helps out my channel. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Do not forget to subscribe if you guys were just coming by because of this video, because if you're here for this video, you're most likely going to enjoy next week's video. So push that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification so you get notified each and every single time I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, don't forget to be kind, love, and light, and enjoy your Easter weekend. Don't forget to do that. So yeah, don't forget to be kind, love, and light. See you next week. Bye.